I think what makes a great father is somebody who makes an effort to become better. I feel like anybody, identifies himself as the fatherhood figure is already a great father. The person who actually wants to make that effort to become a better father, that's what makes a good father. A person that goes beyond what the normal person does. So to me, that's what makes a good father.
Well, right now, the job market is good, and we do have employers who are interested in our fathers and are willing to hire them. So I try to let these men know that they have abilities, they can contribute, and they can really grow with a place and find a life for themselves. Well, usually I meet one-on-one with them and I get all of their information, and I usually create their resume for them. He had a pretty difficult past. He'd been involved in drugs, he'd been in jail, he'd been shot. He knew he couldn't go back to his hometown, so he went to another town where he had some supportive family, and he got a job, and he is still with that same employer to this day. He's had raises, he's done very well, he's seeing his children, and he says God has really blessed him.
My name is Shelby Aiello. I am a case manager for the fire program, so I do the case management for the fathers program. Certainly the biggest reward for me is being in the community and working with fathers and men in the community and getting to see them improve over every time that we meet, every class. You can see how they come in and they're very apprehensive and they don't want to talk, but working with us and we create this safe environment and we open that communication, and watching how quickly they become open to us and how they all work together to kind of just become better human beings, for the lack of a better term, or more successful or more involved in the community, more involved in their children's lives, which really helps, break the cycles of some of the stuff we've done in the past.
FIRE actually is an acronym from the federal government. They're good with those. FIRE stands for Family Focused, Interconnected, Resilient, and Essential. Honestly, the biggest reward is when we start the cohort group session with the dads, and there might only be 5 or 6 to 15 to max, so to speak, but they're all apprehensive. They don't necessarily want to talk about themselves. They don't know what to talk about, shy, embarrassed, or what other mechanisms. But by the end of the sessions in the cohort programming, you get them all talking. They're all becoming one cohesive unit, so to speak. Dads helping other dads be better dads, and it's rewarding to see how they were in their little shell to begin with, and then more communicative and more opening up to their own selves about being a better dad, and then making that connection. They're being a better dad to themselves, they're a greater dad to their kids.
One of the major topics that we cover is grieving. A lot of males, we go through it's kind of like a PTSD in a sense. We were taught to, be in a sense of like, to hide our feelings, to not show emotion. We don't want to feel vulnerable. So I let the guys know, there is a proper way to grieve. There are certain things that we go over. Financial literacy. We talk about what it takes to be a man. We talk about a major issue too is co-parenting, what a lot of guys suffer from. A lot of guys go through. It hurts, but the co-parenting piece is exceptionally special, because it lets guys tell their side of the story. It lets guys, come in and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. And then what helps also too is the class, how we teach is like we're in there, and it's iron sharpening iron. So we're in there telling our sides of the story, and it's not guys beating each other up. It's guys just helping elevating each other on everything. So those are some of the major topics that we discussed that really I feel like brings the guys together. Companionship, support. A lot of people don't have that support from their from their family, but let's just listen to guys tell their story. That's what it is to be expected to support. They go in not expecting anything, and they come out with various amount of just knowledge. Guys come in, they don't expect anything. A lot of guys are hesitant, not willing to speak because we're, a classroom full of guys and we're over here just talking about each, guys are like standoffish. But by the end of all the sessions, it's like we're a family. I honestly can't get the guys to stop. I mean, it's like the gift the gab. So I love it, man. The guys really come in there, let their hair down, and really just talk, and that's what I like.